Look before you climb. Get assistance. There are a lot of different kinds down here. How odd. It's not like this is the Saint's Well. Oh, the tablet. They're still writing on it. These tablets are actually used to keep track of accounts. They're easy to scrape clean and maintain. This wax looks beyond use, though. Oh, it's a poem, I think. I think it's a love note. Oh, it's cute. Rising passion. Poor Jay, I hope her lover was better at things other than poetry. I should have chucked this shit down a mineshaft too. Rising passion. Oh, looks like a larger version of one of Baltas's contraptions. This winch must have been attached to some sort of hauling and pulley system. Fascinating. Now I'm down here. I should see what I can find from the Roman era and before. Oh, bones. They're far too big to be human. Must be what scared Apollo so much. Oh, a piece of pottery. It's beautiful. Another piece. Yet another pottery piece. Oh, a cave in. The wood here looks newer than the first part of the mine. This collapse was recent. Cave number 3. Oh, pottery piece. This piece looks like it matches the others I've found. Here's a Latin inscription here. Tassa, give me water, or Pluto, preserve me. This salt is drying me to death. This salt is drying me to death. Yikes. Doesn't sound like working down here was pleasant. Oh, wow, this place is cool. Oh, it looks like a Roman map of Tassing. I wonder what's changed. Let's see if I can map everything out. There's the aqueduct and the spring. The abbey was the old fort up on the hill, and here's the rest of the town. Wait, what's that building? I don't recognise it. Mithraeum. I don't recognise that word from any of my books. I can't quite tell if it's meant to label on the map. Some sort of temple? Whatever it is, it's not in Tassing now. It's so odd. Pottery. Another piece. I wonder if they all share the same pot. It almost looks like an altar, but what would an altar be doing in a salt mine? It's even carved out of salt. Is that Gaius Julius Caesar? Another inscription. It's not very formal. A worker must have carved it. Latest soul ascended in the Mithraeum. My soul will descend in this damned hall of salt. Christ, that's rough. What's that word again? Mithraeum. It must have been important to the Romans. Another shard. More Latin writing. If we cannot enter the Mithraeum, we must make our own altar to the gods. Sounds like the Mithraeum is some kind of temple. I've never heard that word before. Is there anything else around here? I don't think there is there? Yes, go up! Let's go try the other cave. Cave 1. More pottery. Oh, another shard. Oh, another piece. Is this all linked? Yeah, it is. This pottery is scattered everywhere. I've got a lot of pottery pieces. I should find out if they're all from the same pot. Jigsaw time. Can I spin them round? No. Oh, I can. Well, I'm not sure that that piece goes there. I want to put it back. Well, that's definitely an edge. That looks like it matches that. That possibly goes there. And that goes there. And that goes there then. How do I drop? I can't drop it after I've done it. I think that's wrong. I think this needs to drop. That's not right either, but... Well, that can't go there either. Right, okay, hold on. Can that go there? No. That bit goes there. That bit goes there. This bit goes there. This goes there, which is what threw me at the start. So that would mean that that bit goes there. That bit can only go up there. That's her arm, isn't it? That bit is there. That bit is the top of her head. And this bit is there like that. Got it. The figures on this pot lid look like they're telling a story. These paintings must depict an early myth, even before the Romans. Let's see. This must be Perchta. And those must be forest spirits, part of the wild hunt. Oh god, the next part looks like a human sacrifice. Someone, maybe a chieftain, is sacrificing a man to Perchta. The bottom half of the lid continues the story. Looks like the spirits, they must be coming in to feast on the sacrifice. Must be how our ancestors tried to keep Tassing safe. They offered sacrifices to Perchta. That must be how I think that our ancestors made this, and I'm holding this now. Maybe this is what I could use to spend tomorrow. This is part of history, but I'm not sure it's the best part of the story to portray. How barbaric, but very pagan. Though anybody would want to see a past shown this way. I'm leaning towards that one. This is part of our history, but I'm not sure this is the best story to portray. I have to think more about it before I decide for certain. Alright, I better keep going before I run out of oil in my lamp. I won't be able to go any further with all that rubble. I suppose this is as far as I can go. Still, the murals on the wall showed me what Tassing was like when the Romans were here. I want to go and see the pigs. I wonder if I can find out where this Mithraeum was, or what it was. And putting the pottery shard back together showed one of the earliest tales of Tassing. I think I've seen everything. I came down here to say, my oil's running out, time to go back up. No! Look at the pigs! Or the bulls, or whatever. Oh, these must be some kind of figurines Till and the other farmers find in the fields. To think there are so many remains of our ancestors scattered in fields and caves like this. I need to find Black Till. We have found a lot. Can we get out safely, is the question. Wait, who's that? Hello? Is someone there? Smokey. I'd better get out of the shaft before another rock comes crashing down. She's going to get smacked on the head. Maybe not. Who was that? Even Apollo and Artemis would have helped me out here. Well, now that I have some information, I can make some decisions from the first section of the mural. Was that the person who was leaving all these scriptures? Halla. Who's Halla? You! Yes? I'm Hollabrand, the Lord's gamekeeper. Why are you grazing pigs in the woods? I'm not, it's not my pig. I'm the printer's daughter, Magdalene Druckian. Didn't ask for your name, I asked why you were grazing pigs here. Answer me. It's not my pig. Was that you watching me? Or it might have been. Was that you watching me a few months ago? That rock almost hit me. Watching you? No? Rock? I don't know what you're talking about. Now answer me. It's not my pig. I've been walking around this forest for hours. Other than that charcoal burner and the tinkerer, you're the only other person I've seen. If that pig don't belong to you, what are you doing here? I was in the salt mine. I'm with child, and I just had a craving for acorns. Why does everyone have to justify being in the woods? Why does anyone have to justify being in the woods? If I think you're stealing the Lord's wood or illegally grazing your pigs, yes. Alright, let me ask a different question. Whose pig is this? I don't know, the pig was in the woods when I came here. It could belong to anyone. What if I say it was mine? The pig was here when I came here. Ah, mysterious lost pig, who apparently belongs to no one. I suppose so. If I find any more pigs in the woods, I'll kill them on the spot. And those who brought them here. Do you understand? Yes. Good. Remind your neighbours what happened when you break the law, break the Lord's laws. What a bastard. I knew the Lord's men patrolled these woods, but I've never seen one before. I didn't realise they were so strict. I suppose I should consider myself lucky. Anyway, time to get out of these woods and back to work on the Rathouse. What a bastard. Hey, Magdalene. How has he been walking around here for so long and he's not seen the kids? Hello, Magdalene. Okay, we're not getting anything with these. I want to go to the aqueduct. Killian. Hi. Magdalene. Magdalene. Tell me something. Alright. Why was I cursed to live with a life in Tassing? What does this pathetic little hamlet have to offer a man like me? Tell me, Magdalene. You're drunk again, aren't you? I don't know. What is it you think you deserve? You're drunk again, aren't you? I was destined for the courts of kings. Not a town full of peasants who churn out more of themselves than the rabbits in the meadow. A town where craftsmen, learned men like myself, Baltus, even your father, have their minds wasted. In a few decades we will be dead, then Tassing will forget us. God doesn't care, he never cared for me, he deserted us all when the abbey was destroyed, if he even exists. You've had too many, Doctor, you don't know what you're saying. You don't deserve this place if you can't see its worth. Just a gaggle of fools and churls. You know I tried to do what's best for all, but none of you listen. It's only argue, argue, argue. You, Klaus, Jorg, Baltus, still can't believe you're working with him. You should be at home looking after your father. Pick herbs for whatever provincial remedies you still hold to. Do something you're fit for. I'm going to do nothing less than exactly what I want. Doing what's right for the town. I'm doing what's right for the town. What do you even know about what's right? You're barely out of childhood. You don't know what this town's been through. What this town needs. It needs people to tell the truth. It needs people to champion its stories. Even God has forgotten about Tassing. There's nothing here to champion. If you ever find a husband, you'll never find a husband with that attitude of yours, girl. Roll your eyes, yeah. Tongue-tied the moment someone talks back. Surprise, surprise. I'm determined to be an asshole, I'm going to leave. I have a mural to work on. Do what you want, Magdalene. Just don't ruin the mural. Not that it matters anyway. We never really had any dealings with Stoltz, but he's obviously a massive prick. And the bard. What happened to the bard? We barely talked to him. If we'd have bought a round of drinks, we might have got something out of him as well. I guess. So, I think the Roman ruins. Oh, I don't even know where they will be. Hello, Magdalene. Good afternoon. Well, we've already spoken to them. What have you got? Thoughts? Hey, Max. Got your way with the mural, huh? I didn't expect you to convince the council like that. I'll be pretty stubborn when I want to. That's. You think that little of me? You think that little of me? No, no, I'm impressed. The rest of the council have been arguing over the matter for so long, I couldn't even get a word in. Then you come in and shut them up with a few, shut them up in a few minutes. We could use more women like you in the town. What do you mean by that, Odds? There are plenty of opinion women in town. Want to let us join the council? Well, you'd have to take that up with the Lord. Besides, I don't think any of them are as hard-headed as you. You're the exception, Magdalene. You always are. You really think so? Clearly you've forgotten about Agnes. She doesn't suffer fools gladly. That's not what I meant. She's not... Oh, never mind. Forget about it. Anyway, send up to the council like that. It's great. I know I'm on the council, but sometimes it doesn't seem like I have any influence. You do, though. You vouched for me to do the mural in the first place. Well, you're the youngest member of the council. The others have much more life experience. Maybe that's a good thing. You waste all your time with Kraft and Apollo anyway. You did vouch for us. Only after your dad did. I still feel bad about that. I should have stuck up for you. Being the youngest one on the council has been harder than I thought. I know Baltas and Warner don't think I'm capable, and even Paul has warned me about being too rash. My dad died trying to make a difference to this town. I'm trying to do is carry on his legacy, but it seems like the others won't make room for any change. Keep pushing us. They're stuck in the past, while we're looking toward the future of Tassing. You sound like my dad. He always said the council was scared of doing anything important. I don't think anything is going to change for the better in this town. It's stuck in its ways. You sound like my dad. Your dad was right. They're all so old and cowardly. I guess they just want to live in peace, but I want something more. I want to make a difference, like my dad did. Well, better get back to it. See you later, Max. Who the hell's that? Oh, Black Till. Eva. Christina. Hi, Magda. Hello, Christina. What are you doing today? Helping, Mom. Arts is right. You're really pretty. Oh, thank you, Christina. You're pretty too. Did he say that? No, thank you, Christina. You're really pretty too. Thank you. Don't tell. It's a secret. Oh, I definitely won't. Oh, I'll keep it secret. You're funny, Magda. Eva? She might have some books or something. Magda, darling. Odds isn't here, I'm afraid. He's right outside. What are you on about? That's alright. I can find him later if I need to. Oh, alright. I wasn't looking for him. No? Are you sure? I think he wandered off toward the rat house. Something about the council, but if you ask me, I think he's looking for you. That's sweet of him. He's been dropping by the rat house more of late. Sorry to disappoint him. He doesn't need to do any real work. That last conversation has softened my stance with Ots, actually. He's quite fond of you. I'm surprised he has any time to visit, though. He's always working on town council business these days. He's still working at mastering carpentry, too. I suggested a few years ago he take up an apprenticeship, but he's determined to remain in Tassing. I think he's more comfortable here, even though it means he'll never be the craftsman Otto was. I help him how I can, but there's only so much I know how to do. Besides, I think he feels he's taking care of me instead of the other way around. Funny how time does that. It's good of him to stay. I would worry that you were lonely otherwise. I think Dad misses Mum. Even after all those years, do you ever miss Otto? I'll jump at the chance to leave Tassing if it doesn't mean Dad will be left alone. I imagine Otto felt the same. It's good of him to stay. Oh, even if he'd gone, I wouldn't be alone. I've got Mom and Jorg and the rest of the family to take care of. Besides, they keep me busy. I'll never want for anything with Ots and the community here in Tassing. Miss my husband, but I'm proud of Ots. He's growing into a capable young man. I'm excited to see him grow into a husband and father. He'll make a wonderful partner. Whoever he marries will be a lucky woman. If he ever grows up, that is. He still acts like a boy half the time. Oh, that's the way of men. The Lord gave them lofty spirits that need to exert themselves. Give it time, Magdalene. You'll see. All men are tempered by marriage. If you say so. Anyway, I'm sure you have things to do. I'll let you go back to it then. Always good to see you, Magda. You too, Eva. Right, Blacktail, give me your tales. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Till. Do you have a moment? Of course. What do you need? What says you've been obsessing with your painting? I'm looking into the early history of Tassing for the first part of the mural. I have other interests too. I was just jealous I don't spend more time with the mural. I spend more time with the mural than him. First part of the mural. Mother Illuminata said your grandfather read about the history of the town. Ah, fertile fields, that is. Like some old pot shards and Latin trivia were all he ever talked about. All of Grandad's readings came from the Abbey's library, though, and you know what happened there. Puff, up in smoke. So, you don't have any of his old books? I remember, I was there. You wouldn't remember, you were like 2. Do you have any of his old books? Only a few. Grandad tried to buy some from the Abbey when the Abbey fell on hard times, but they were too expensive. But I can show you something better than books. There's nothing better than books. Anything would help. Don't keep me in suspense. Don't keep me in suspense. That will be remembered. Didn't your dad ever teach you patience? I'm trying to build up anticipation here. Right, so, we don't have many books on the old pagans, but we do have their stuff. Shards of ceramic pots and animals, bricks from what looked like an old forge, mountains of salt. Even found a little bear carved with amber. Where did you find all this stuff? Where are you keeping this? Where did you find all this stuff? It's not just me, Carl finds things, Fabian too. Any farmer would tell you the same. It's all out there in the fields, under the dirt. Can't go one season without turning something up. Where are you keeping these things? Nowhere. We just toss them into piles with the rest of the rocks and root clumps. Sure, it's interesting, but we can't do much of anything with this stuff except look at it. What do you think it all means? I don't follow. How do you think these people lived? What do you think they were like? Where do you think they all went? What do you think they were like? Huh, I guess I never really thought about it. They seem like regular people. Their remains look like ours. Tools and weapons are rougher, but not badly made. The little carvings and ceramic critters aren't so different from the things Ava made for arts. Oh, suppose I expected them to be more strange. Because they weren't Christians. No doubt they were coarse, but they don't seem especially violent. Not like the church says. Not so different from today, really. Earlier you mentioned something about salt. Did the pagans start the mine? It's been a big help. Pagan history wasn't really what I expected. Did they start the mine? Had to have, I'd say. Most people think it was a Roman project, but I think the Romans just dug out what was already there. That's why tassing's so important to the Romans in the first place. Salt. I always wondered why they'd settled in such a small alpine town. This has been a big help. Glad to spread some knowledge around. Important for folks to know their past. You think all this pagan stuff will make it in the mural? I can bring some of those things the boys and I have found over to the rat house tomorrow, if that'd help at all. That would be great. That's the only one I'm interested in. I'm glad you're taking an interest, Magdalene. I thought no one cared about the pagans but me and Grandad. Until tomorrow. Until then. I should get back to the house and start work. We've made good progress. We've spoken to everyone. We've done quite a lot in a morning, which is really good. Like, normally I feel like I'm squashed in with time, but I'm not looking for a murderer. I'm just, you know, exploring about the past of the town, which really is where all of this adventure started. When the Baron turned up, he was like bringing a book that explored the past of Tassing, and we never learned any more.